Hi, this is Mike Rogers, attorney here in Cleburne. I've been asked questions about sentencing in a criminal case. If you've been watching the news, you've been following what happened in Minnesota with the police officer. There was a trial and he was found guilty, but he has not been sentenced. And it's my understanding that there will not be sentencing of this individual until June. So the question is, why wait? Every state is different. That normally does not happen in the state of Texas because what happens is that you have a right as a defendant in a criminal case to select the jury to assess punishment as opposed to the judge assessing punishment. And so we have in Texas a bifurcated system. In other words, there's a trial as to guilt or innocence, and then you have basically a second trial which starts immediately thereafter as to punishment if somebody is found guilty. That's not the way they do it in Minnesota. What happens is the probation department will prepare a pre-sentence report to be given to the judge, and then the judge will make a decision on what he's going to do. In the case of the police officer there in Minnesota, the least he can get is 12 years on the basis of what he was convicted of. The most he can get is 40 years. So he's going to be given something between 12 and 40 years in prison. So a report is prepared talking about the background of the individual, the history. This is all given to the judge, and he will review it, and then he'll make his decision. It's solely up to the judge as to what he's going to do. It'll be within his discretion to do whatever he thinks is proper. It's a pretty aggravated case. I mean, the video of the officer having his knee on the neck of this individual for 9 minutes. It's a pretty aggravated case as these things go. But in Texas, it would have been different. There would have been a sentencing that would have occurred very quickly. Every state is different. Every state does things differently than other states, and in the federal government, in federal criminal cases, they have their own methodology as well. So it just depends on where a crime occurred as to how it's going to be dealt with. So hopefully you're not going to need me for anything of that nature, but if you do have any issues, I'll be happy to talk to you. Your first consultation with me is always going to be free.